And we're live. Everything looks okay.
Oh, dang.
Levels are all right. Here we are. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the goddamn show. We're here to play some Shadowrun. It's going to be great. Just great. We finished up our last run, the previous session. It was a contact job for Rihanna, so Rihanna got a little boost to his contact out of that. And we're going to be picking up today, the day of Aaron the Scribe's, speech that he's giving at one of the local community colleges, just on some of his past works. He's got a pretty big voice in the lore and history and social economics of meta-humanity. So yeah, that's at least what I believe the plan is for today. We'll see how far Harlequin throws me off, because I have a prediction that it's gonna be a lot. Anyway, let's get into introductions. Grim, Alex, who the fuck are you playing? That's the right way to do that. Yeah.
Whatever works. I'm playing Grim, a young detective / magician / notary / get shot a lot. I have a shotgun now, and I'm going to use it someday.
There you go. Very cool. All right. Next up, Dan.
Everybody, I'm playing our Decker / odd jobs guy, tackles people man. Now, can check that box now.
It's on your
Mr.
resume.
Citizen Arrest over there.
Citizen's arrest said, and I think I'm taking the day off.
Just taking a nap.
Yeah, I mean, I got a van to pick up and a cop car to try and get, scrubbed.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, the van got all of the evidence scrubbed out of it. And Rihanna did park the stolen cop car in some lots in some back alley or some crap. So there is a hot cop car that you guys have reserved.
Black market shopping episode.
And expertly removed from the grid.
Yeah, just punched and pulled out the data connection box.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. Jake, who are you playing?
The guts of Seattle churn as something profane brews beneath our feet. A sewer sanctum filled with mutagens, mag dumps, and a mass grave speaks to a corporate plot with unknown ends. Above ground, things are heating up fast. The pumpkin-faced Halloweeners grow brazen in their efforts to protect themselves from legal interference. The part of my brain that still believes in fairy tales tells me to do something stupid. Stupid enough to realistically land me in jail or leave me with a face full of toxic gas, begging for an end to a slow and painful demise. The part of my brain that actually does what it's supposed to do tells me I've got nothing to do with this. Tells me to lie low and skip town, and probably for good. Either way, it would help if I had a fake name to rely on for a while. It's getting a little too dangerous to go by Harlequin Gordra, Private Eye.
Nice. Fantastic. As always. Joe, follow that up.
Hi, I'm Joe. I'm playing Rihanna Silvertoe, the Keanu Reeves halfling meat.
Very cool.
I stab people a lot.
He does.
In the knees.
Say something cooler.
I'm very good at cutting people's legs off too, apparently. That's like the only way I ever deal the killing blow.
Well, you are short, so it makes sense.
I am short. It just works out.
Yeah.
Mechanically, there's no reason that should keep happening, but it does.
So good. So good. All right. Tyler, who the fuck are you playing?
I am playing a elf sniper named Hawkeye, or Hawk, just Hawk.
Hawk. You're
Legally
using
distinct from Hawkeye.
the image for Hawkeye. But yeah. And you got some good kills
Marvel, please
last
don't
session.
sue.
Yeah, well, Marvel wouldn't sue. In this case, we're instancing Hawkeye from the hit television show MASH. which I'm currently actively watching through, so it's very entertaining that you picked Hawk.
I'm pretty sure
Hawkeye,
at this point that's like public domain, so I'm fine.
right? It's not owned
Is
by
it?
Disney.
Oh, copyright Defenders of Cobalt.
Fuck you, Disney.
It's ours now.
MASH. We don't own MASH. I don't even own my life.
Yeah, you're our newest character. You want to remind everyone what happened to Bugsy, your last character?
So my last character got stabbed in the heart with a gun.
Long range stabbing.
One way to put that, yeah.
Bullets are really just tiny pointed sticks when you
That's
get down
right.
to it.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
Abbreviated arrows.
Really fast
Exactly.
rocks.
Mm.
All right, so here's where we're gonna start off with. It's the next day now. Your abandoned office building has been burnt, as in the fact that it's compromised. I would say for the with the past handful of days, you've been squatting in one of Gunderson's safe houses. You don't got this for much longer. Maybe another day or two before Gunderson kicks you out. But yeah, today is the day of that speech. Harlequin, you've pulled a flyer for it. It's happening at 11 a.m. Afterwards, lunch will be served with a book signing for Aaron the Scribe's previous work. You don't have tickets, but you might be able to buy some. It's at one of the local Seattle community colleges in the larger auditorium in their student union. What all do you want to do?
I don't know if any of us actually know that this is happening yet or not.
Nope. Which is why first thing in the morning, Harlequin's gonna just approach and slap down a flyer that he's taken off from a random stray building, a wild building, a building in the wild. He'll point down at it and he'll say, he still has 450,000 new yen that we can get a hold of, and I think I know of a way to get it.
It wasn't his money though.
Wait, didn't we take half of it?
No,
some
we
of
Took
it.
50.
No, it's a
We only took
significantly less than
50.
half.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we took a tenth of it, and it wasn't in his safe. It was in an executive's safe.
Yeah.
It was in the safe of the president of his company.
Yeah,
Of the publishing company that puts out his books.
yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I don't know that he had that much money, but
Right back.
Yeah.
He's about to. Have to.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know about hitting the same place more than once.
I don't know if he hits it for us.
well,
I was
what's
thinking more along the lines of we get him to pull some strings, and then we, Aaron the Scribe, that is, to pull some strings, and then we get the money as a consequence of that.
tell us your game, because I don't see how this works.
Well, I don't see how it works either, but it goes vaguely like this. And I'll pull out that phone the pan that's been disconnected from the net entirely.
Yeah.
And I'll bring up those photocopies of the manuscript that we stole.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, if we give this to Aaron the Scribe, he might be willing to pay a handsome price for that. Price that the president of Sylvan Information
Yeah, you got it right.
has in his safe.
You don't think that this might risk causing conflicts with our previous employer?
Oh, it could.
Yeah,
but at
Morgan,
this point,
whatever.
and JP Morlock. But at this
Morlock,
point, we're pretty much in deep, and we need a lot of money. We need it fast. It's the only way we can either lay low or get out of town entirely.
What was the reason that he wanted that manuscript? He just didn't want the book produced?
You don't know.
I don't think we ever got a reason.
Yeah, we
He
Morlock
paid us
just
enough money to not care.
exactly.
Or go under the strict policy of don't ask, don't ask.
I asked for more coffee. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well,
I mean, we still have.
it was a lot of money.
We do
I'm-
still have that 50,000 of launder, or, of new yen.
it's about this time
450,000 is quite nice.
that Rihanna, you get a
Yeah.
text on your pan.
Okay.
It's from Gunderson.
What's it say?
I got a job that's time sensitive. Come see me.
All right. I'd relay that to everyone else. I mean, I guess we can kind of sit on this job here. Don't necessarily have to do this today, right?
This speech thing is happening today. At the very least, I'd like to make the nice little book signing that's mentioned at the end here.
God, Twitch is
So-
all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Can we
I
stop?
am-
I feel bad for putting it this way, but if we wanted that rest of that 450,000, we probably should have just taken it right then and there.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that would have ruined our reputation with dude.
More like, well, and I feel like, selling the content that no one should have at this point in time would also do the same.
Yeah. But we weren't planning on doing that. I wasn't, at least. I don't know.
I was planning
Um,
at least fibbing to the people inside the. Oh, by the way, I apologize that I neglected to mention this, but I was sort of laid up in a hospital when this happened. I've already called Sylvan Information, and I sort of told them that the little paper trail, the safe combination that was in Malachi Morgan's safe, kind of stank of misdirection. That somebody else had taken the manuscript, and that somebody would be meeting with Aaron the Scribe at this little get together here. That's happening today.
Oh,
So did you set us up and then told us previous before? Is that what
Well, I was hoping to do this myself. I just figured if I come into a lot of money, a good chunk of it would be yours, and you'd probably want to know where it came from. It would be coming from this.
what are in those like zombie drugs you're taking?
A lot of attitude suppressants. Like I could really go for a steak, but I don't know if that's because I might be turning into a ghoul or if it's this liquid diet that's been meant to be soft on my stitches.
Both.
It could be either one, really.
Yeah.
Well,
Um,
I say we check out Gunnar as quick as possible and then try to make that meeting.
Yeah.
Can we go see him like right now? And then
I would also like to pick up a fake sin, so I think that the jump house would be a good place for doing that too.
Yeah, Gunderson can provide those. Yeah.
I say we go see Gunderson as soon as possible. Then.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Sure.
We still got all morning.
Yeah.
I need a the bigger gun.
We-
to not
we
shoot.
We can walk to the van and then we can drive the van the rest of the way.
I've got a better idea. You borrow the car that I'm borrowing from someone else. You drive to the van, and then you can pick us up.
That also works. Then we can give the car back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, and as far as giving the car back, you would just need to like text your contact, and then she can just kick on the dog brain in the car, and it'll drive back to you or to her.
I can drive as well as a dog brain.
Yeah.
Well,
Go me.
how about me and Rihanna just go check out Gunderson right now, and we'll just relay.
Yeah.
Okay. Split up the crew. Who's going to get the van?
I guess I am.
Okay. Said you will get the van. First things first, said I want you to give me an observation test.
Yep. I probably get to die anyways. That's animal handling.
Yep, last one on empathy.
And we've rested, I assume.
Yeah, everyone's back up to full.
Oh hell
All
yeah!
right, because
I'm
I
not
need
injured anymore.
every one of those.
Yeah, not
I
a
need to
problem.
be
My normal
Yeah.
cloaked at all times routine.
Yeah, so said you take the car over. You see the van sitting there. It's very obviously has been scrubbed. Like what your was it your contact that came up with that or was someone else's?
It's mine.
Yours, yeah. It's been scrubbed. The plates are still hot. But with that too, the first role I was going to have you do is making sure that you weren't being watched. There wasn't someone surveilling it. You get there, you check it out. No one's watching it. And I'm going to let you pass your success on, making sure that you're not tailed on your way home or back to the rest of the crew. So we'll say the other three of you, an hour passes. So Hawk, Harothok said, but you're all able to load into the van. So now we'll kick over to Grim and Rianu. Yeah.
I'll radio them and see if Gunderson can get us some plates.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Grim and Rianu. It's a decent walk. Maybe you catch a cab. You make it over to the jump house. Gunderson's in the same spot he always is. You walk in, he sees you, he waves you over like, oh, good. You made it over here quick. Nice.
Yeah, what you got for us?
I got a job that I need you to do. And it's on a very tight time schedule. And I figured the fact that I gave you such a big discount in the safe houses that you're still in, I was hoping that you would look at this as repaying a favor and you won't say no. I'll still pay you.
Okay.
But yeah, I need this shit done quick. This landed on my desk this morning, and I hate working on such tight time frames, but that's the way it is.
Makes sense. What's
Sure.
the job?
All right, so there's this church downtown. It's the Temple of the Expanded Sun. One of them big elven mega churches. Giant.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, anyway.
Really cursed statement.
Yeah. So, tomorrow night at 9 p.m., apparently they're doing some ritual. And Grim, it's good you showed up, because this is going to deal with you more than anyone else. They need this ritual interrupted, but not physically. So the job is, tomorrow night, you pop into that church in Astral.
Okay.
And you fuck up whatever weird shit them, totally not occult people are doing. When this ritual's done, you see me the next morning, I give you a cred chip for 20K.
Sounds good.
Easy peasy.
What can we do if we're not magic-y?
Keep Grim from getting shot. Listen, it would not surprise me, because I'm not, one for the arcane arts or whatever. But you're gonna be fucking with elves, so they're gonna have precautions in place. So you got till tomorrow to figure out what needs to happen, so that way Grim there can get it done.
Okay. And are we hearing of this from like a member of this church?
I can't tell you that information.
Okay.
Come on.
My contacts are confidential, the same as the people that I hired to do these jobs are confidential.
Good point. Well, I think, of course, we got to talk it all over with everybody, but I think this sounds like something we can handle.
All right.
You give us like 30 minutes to an hour, enough time to down a slushy, and we'll probably answer you back.
All right. Let me know right away, because if you can't do it, I got to find another crew, and finding a crew available last minute with a goddamn mage on hand is tough.
You right.
This is happening like tonight.
Tomorrow night,
Tomorrow night.
9
Okay.
p.m. You gotta. That's when the ritual's supposed to start. That's when Grimm's gotta get in there and I don't fucking like ghost fuck it up or some shit. I don't
Yeah.
fully understand how all that works.
Astral piss on their parade. I got it.
Yeah, that's it exactly. So yeah, wrap this
Yep.
shit up. See me the next morning. 20K. Deal?
a lot of
Well,
money.
I guess not a deal yet. You'll text me here in the next 30 minutes or so
Yeah.
and tell me if it's a deal.
We'll relay it to the team, but tentative deal.
All right, good. Anything else?
Um,
Don't forget
think
what
so.
Harlequin asked you to do and said.
Oh, what did he say?
Fake sins
Harlequin.
and clean plates.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, our boy needs a fake sin and some fake plates.
All right, I can set you up. Fake sin's easy. I got one here. Fake plates, it'll take a little bit of work, but you know, I can do it. Give me just a second. And he starts digging around in a little suitcase next to him. And he throws over a replacement plate for a vehicle and throws over a fake sin. I'll tell you what, I'll just take this out of your pay when you get it done.
Yeah. That sounds
Sure.
good.
Cool.
I will collect the items.
I guess that's a yes then. So send us the info.
Okay. Yeah, he just beams you over the address of the church. 9 p.m. tomorrow, a ritual is happening. You got to stop it.
Okay.
All right, so
Also, you wouldn't happen to know anyone that, or anywhere I could get my suit treated, like, I don't know if this is a thing, but like hydrophonically treated. So say liquids like don't stick to it very well. Because
Okay.
I've had like this reoccurring problem where I need to clean my suit a lot.
So you want some hydrophobic spray to put on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
where is my killing suit?
You know what? I know a guy who runs a chemical business. He throws you out he beams you over some contact information. Hit him up. He's got all sorts of stuff. Like I said, he runs chemical business. I know he's got shit for water treating shit. That way it's,
Okay.
stuff just slides off of it. Hit him up. I don't know what he charges.
Sweet.
Just so
I
you
will do
know, probably whatever he would spray on you, in the former state of California, it would probably cause cancer. But at least, whatever you're getting on your suit wouldn't get on you. I would say stay off the red slushies, and whatever sandwich you're getting, get them to go light on the sauce.
Well, I won't be wearing it when he puts it on there, so that'll be fine.
Still, those things linger. Be careful.
Okay.
All right.
Noted.
Well, seeing as you took my stuff and agreed to have it taken out of the pay, it looks like we got a deal. So, yeah, good luck, and I'll see you the morning after so you can get paid.
Nice.
I'll salute and then recloak.
Okay.
So I jump on subvocal, ring up the whole party. Like, hey, all right, I guess it's time to talk business. Hawk, are you a slushy guy? Are you cherry slushy guy?
Cherry, chili dog too.
Chili dog?
Yeah.
All right. Said, what are you wanting? I don't know what you-
Same.
Same.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll have a cherry slushy and damn it, that's I'll just have a cherry slushy. That's all I can have for now.
All right. All right. Well, I'll be bringing food back in a little bit. If you need anything else, let me know.
Soy chili and soy hot dog.
Soy chili and
soy.
soy hot dog, soy bread, soy slushy.
Soy hot.
Uh-huh.
Then I re-ring everybody like, oh yeah, we took a job.
Oh,
Yep.
Good.
minor.
We took that job.
Good, we can use the money.
I just got to astral project into a church. Just ruin their day, and then get on out of there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That sounds like something only you can do.
Yes, someone.
Yep. We just got to protect him.
That sounds like something only you can do.
I think Hawk can get on that one too.
Oh, I'll definitely get on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, he did.
But I
pretty good
imagine
shooting
it's
a
probably
lot.
going to be a matter too of like the closer you can get, the easier it's going to be for you.
It'd probably be
So with
preferable.
astral, you can. It's near instant transportation when you're in astral. So Alex or Grim, you could pop out and zip over there instantly. So I mean, theoretically, as long as they don't have any defenses up against you, you could do this job from the safe house. But the catches to this is while you're in astral, your body is essentially comatose. Your mind is not in it, so you're entirely and completely vulnerable.
We definitely won't draw on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you die in astral, your body dies, and if your body dies while you're in astral, your mind is untethered and you're just trapped, a detached ghost, until something in astral kills you, because something probably will. Anyway, so a little bit of time passes and you all reconvene at the safe house. Said you've got a new plate to slap on the van. It's not entirely clean yet. It'll take Gunderson a little bit of time to finish all the back end registration, scrubbing the VINs, shit like that. But for now, this replacement plate will give a cursory glance, make it look like nothing's
Yeah.
As long
funky.
as we're not doing anything illegal, we'll
Yeah.
get by.
So we're gonna get caught right away.
Yeah, Harlequin, you've got a new fake sin. You'll just need to come up with whatever name is on that sim.
Yeah,
Is there any
3 for 2.
sort of like tech that we can use to astral like help out,
No,
or is it purely like
this is
Out.
100% a magical feat.
I don't even
Okay.
know what kind of defenses you have against astral projection.
You don't.
Sage.
So the
Astral
big thing
shotguns?
with astral is generally things in astral can observe what's going on in the physical world, but they can't directly interact with the physical world. So if you got someone creeping on you in astral, yeah, they can hear what you're doing, they can see what you're doing, but they can't harm you unless they have some kind of like specialty energy type spell, like manipulating raw energy. Then there's a possibility.
I am now wondering, how does he want me to stop this?
He left that up to you. You just said you got to interrupt the ritual.
Maybe you just show up and you let out a big astral fart, and they're like, oh, and that's good enough.
We summoned the stinky. And,
Now,
and that's
you
it.
would know that if the others are in astral,
That's what I'm wondering.
you could battle them in astral.
Ooh.
You could kill their ghosts with your ghost.
Astral Jitsu.
Yeah.
or if they're an astral, I could whack them.
You could kill their physical forms, yeah.
That's a
Astral
good plan.
Kaizen.
He said that he needed to not be physical, though, so I don't know
Did
how
he?
much we need to read into that or not.
Did he specify?
He said he wanted you to mess up the ritual, which would be happening in astral.
He didn't say we had to use astral though.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah. First question I got is, Grim, do you have any offensive spells?
Not yet.
Do you have
I
any
would've-
XP left?
I have a shit ton. Like, I feel like I have like 30 or something.
You can buy into a new spell for 5 XP.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do that. I just totally forgot to do it.
Or, yeah, that's right. Bert's got it right. If you're a dual being, a being that exists in both astral and physical, then, all bets are off.
No, I don't think we've got any of them.
Yeah, I sure as hell ain't that.
You aren't, but others might be.
Yeah, it sounds kinky. I don't think I'm into that.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
something that like you can get injected into yourself?
I don't think so. No.
No. There's no shot for that.
I want to get a price on this, the like hydro coating of my
Sure.
suit.
Yeah, you call them up. Applying it to a suit like that, some, gruff sounding middle-aged dude. That's what we say. It
It's only
looks
about
like
half the size of most suits that you probably deal with.
Yeah, he's like, well, just the fact that I'm familiar with the chameleon suits and the material they're made out of. We'd have to do a base coating so it would adhere, and then a top coating. You're looking at about $4,000.
Not too bad.
Yeah. I'll need it for a day.
God, Ryanu's gonna have to be seen to the
That
world
might
for
be
an
a
entire
problem.
day.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay. I'll probably have enough cash after this next job.
Well, you got my address. Just
Yeah.
swing by and drop it off anytime.
Awesome. Will do. Yep. Probably here in like next 2-3 days. I'll do that.
All right, I can handle that.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, quick question.
Yeah.
Would it be insane to say that I believe I have 32 experience points?
No.
No, I have
Have
19.
you bought anything? Yeah, that sounds about
I
right. We're
bought-
12 sessions in.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
gotten that one magic upgrade.
Yeah. You should buy a
I
bunch
have,
of fucking
like-
spells. You should
I mean, I have
upgrade.
10 and I've only been around for 2
2,
sessions.
3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 talents at this point, and 2 of them
Yeah.
are level 3, and one of them's level 2. So
Yeah, probably, spend some on Arcana, marksmanship, and then just buy a bunch of fucking spells.
I'm gonna buy some spells.
If you... Oh, yeah, these are the Shadowrun spells. Okay. Some good combat spells. Ooh, I like Knockout. That's fine. Or if you get buy a rank 2 spell, you can pick up Flamethrower, and then rank 3, you can get Fireball.
Ooh.
Anyway,
I mean, Fireball is objectively the greatest spell in any system,
it is.
Ultimately, the fireball does come with a Cuban guy singing all the time.
which is awesome.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I'm.
I have that song. I've had that song stuck in my head for a week. So
I don't know that song, so...
I apologize.
I just know the title is long, so that's purgatory right there.
it really is.
I would like to scout out the megachurch.
Sure. Give me a second here, though. Are you saying that Mr. Worldwide has a song about Fireball whiskey?
I don't know if it's about the whiskey, but it's called Fireball.
Okay. All right.
It's my mother's favorite song.
Just assume there's a lot of counting and in English and in Spanish.
Really awkward rhymes.
I soon recall that the word fireball is said sometimes, so.
Yeah.
Several.
Anyway, so yeah, we got Rhiannu wanting to go scout out the mega church. Harlequin, what's up?
I suppose I can just take my fake sin and harass some. Where exactly is this speech happening?
It's downtown, so I mean, it's actually the mega church is downtown as well.
I'll go with Rihanna.
Cool.
Yeah, I've got some time. I'll check it out as well.
Okay,
Just to make
So-
sure everything is
Yeah.
cool.
we're splitting the party. Is that what it sounds like?
I think. I mean, if they're both downtown, we might as well like go. We've got another day for this megachurch thing, and then this Harlequin thing is happening today.
It's happening this morning. Hey there, Arbelin. Thanks for swinging by.
So, what exactly is it that you're wanting to do? Like, you're wanting to talk to him at the book signing?
Yeah, I want him. I gave a little clue as to who I might be whenever I approached him. The hope is that he will have some sort of armed retinue of some kind, pull me aside, likely for interrogation, and then I just lay all my cards on the table. And then from there, he agrees to pay me out of some weird sense of adventurism.
I don't know that I necessarily want to be near this.
I don't know.
It could be
if he'll
amusing
do
to watch
that.
if it goes spectacularly badly.
I'll definitely watch.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll be there. Yeah. I'll back you up, but I don't know how well that's going to work.
I kind of want to go to this.
Okay.
I mean, you.
I won't
So
lie
we
to you.
have these, like, copies
my
on
thought
a-
process has been a bit fuzzy lately. While you were out of it, I very nearly brutalized an old woman coming out of it. And that was just based on a gut feeling.
I did make 3 heads explode.
You did.
So, you know.
I didn't see that happen, but I did see the aftermath. It was quite something.
How did it make you feel? Were you hungry?
Yes.
I think it's,
It has been a while since I've had spaghetti.
Oh, no.
Man, spaghetti.
it's called Mangetti.
You know, just a lot of soy
There's
meat
multiple
ground
reasons
up
I
on
didn't
top.
like that answer.
Oh, that's great.
You ever cracked?
How did you feel about that spaghetti falls out of my pockets?
I remember when
Okay,
spaghetti was
well,
made out of meat.
I mean, I guess you'll have to like leave because you've got like pictures of this on an offline device.
Right. Oh, speaking of which, I'll transfer the video of that whole underground Johnny O'Day eye footage thing. I'll transfer that on something else before we, really get going.
I think we also
Is
had
this-
a copy of the.
Is there a way? Could you
Financial
like
aid, too.
encrypt this device?
Me personally, no, I'm not good at that sort of thing.
I can.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Can we get this like encrypted just in case they like beat the shit out of you and take it?
Yeah.
Well, that is very much on the table, but I hope they're at least willing to speak to me after having beaten the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Said if you want to do that, I just need a tech roll or if you've got a skill to
Wanna-
handle that.
Add a card
Yeah, let me double check because I got a
to your hand.
couple.
Yeah.
One of them is the right one. Gosh darn, where are you at, Talents?
Just realized it's a classy night for me. I'm drinking out of a Sonic cup. I'm drinking Jaeger and Red Bull.
Ooh,
Ooh.
delicious.
It is.
I don't know if I need to do 2 rules for this because there's set data bomb, which I kind of want to do.
That would be
And
a
then
roll.
and then there's also, I think, edit file. Edit file will protect it, and then I think you can then set data bomb on it as well.
Okay.
Mm.
But if they
Um,
get past it without your say so.
So give me your first tech roll for the edit.
Okay. Let's see here.
Okay. 2 successes. I was calling for 1 just for the encryption of it. Encrypting this, not a problem. You can just set a basic data bomb on this thing for your extra success. You'll get 1 basic trigger on it, and it will do a minimal amount of damage. Or delete the file. You can specify what triggers it, and you can specify what happens when it's triggered. So with your 1 success, I'll say you can pick 1 of each. If you want to roll again, I'll let you add more modifiers or more conditions onto the data bomb.
I figure I'll just roll again. I'm
Yeah.
spending willpower on both of them anyways, so
Okay.
Check, I messaged you in Discord.
I'm looking at it.
I'll go ahead and push that too. Oh, I just took damage instead. Okay.
Damn.
I mostly just wanted to delete the file if they try to muck
Yeah.
with it.
Okay. Let me take a look out. Okay, yeah. So with that push, data bomb is set. It's encrypted. If they mess with it, it will automatically delete. And I'll tell you what, you can have multiple ways to unlock it if you want. That way, because I mean, Harlequin's gonna have to show it off. So you could throw it out there like you can unlock it by inserting a passcode, or I don't know, but you get the job done. Yeah.
I figure I want two codes that work one time.
Okay, sure.
You can unlock it, you can show it to them, and if they happen to see how you unlocked it, that doesn't work anymore. And then they've got, and then you're selling them one-time access to the file.
Yeah, and only tell Harlequin the first one.
Alex, what rank is Mind Probe?
I think that's 3.
And that's exactly why you only tell me the first one.
Mind Probe, and that is an advancement of... Mind Link. Do you have Mind Link? No, actually, I think... Okay, I'm replying to you now. 35 altogether for those 3, Alex.
3
What do, you,
short.
what do you think? Allow three failed attempts?
Yeah. I mean, that's not enough to brute force it.
Nope, shouldn't be.
Yeah, so.
2 codes, 3 attempts.
Also, make sure they can't clone it, because they could clone it, do 2 attempts,
That's
clone
part
it
of
again,
the-
do 2. Okay, just making
part
sure.
of the- yeah, that's part of the data bomb.
That's how they breached the iPhone unbreachable security.
Good
Yeah,
to know.
the data bomb will trigger on any manipulation of the
Okay.
file. But yeah, technically, there are ways around it.
Oh, actually, Alex, I might be wrong in that. So,
The problem is that they may be able to disarm the data bomb, of course. So
I need to look at skills.
Yeah.
I need to look at talents.
maybe we should just have 1 failed attempt. So if they try to get it wrong the first time, it's over before they think to copy it.
So, you just need to buy a talent, Alex.
Maybe 2, just in case they've got, like,
Do you have Path
Typo.
of Combat Magic?
I do not.
Okay. Do you all remember what I was charging to buy talents?
That was
this
5.
5, wasn't it?
5.
5.
I think
So-
5 for everything.
Alex, 15 XP will get you 100% of the combat spells.
Oh, that's happening.
15 XP will get you 100% of the detection spells.
Stop.
And that's,
yeah.
I think you've already got at least rank 1 in detection.
I have rank 2? Yeah, rank 2.
So 5 to finish that out.
Okay, so 20 altogether.
20 altogether.
Oh, yeah.
You
I'm
get
doing
all
that.
the combat and all the detection spells.
Oh, yeah, that's happening. That's
Okay, cool.
happening.
All right, I was a bit distracted, so give me a rundown on what's happening with this encryption and data bomb.
Okay. Two codes. Harlequin has 1. I'll have the other one.
Okay.
I think we agreed on two attempts.
Yeah. 2 attempts each.
Okay.
No, just 2 attempts to get into the file.
Oh, total.
Oh, okay.
Total.
Sir, are you guys encrypting this file?
Oh, it's encrypted. So 2 attempts deletes itself. Attempt to do anything with the file deletes itself.
Cool. Okay. You all load up in the van, make your way over to the university. It's about 10 a.m. when you hit there. It is not a large university by any means. It's one of the, just the community colleges in town. By this point, all higher education is free. I'm just kidding. This is based off the real world, so
Costs even more money.
it costs even more. Actually, it no longer costs money. You're just
Body
indebted
parts.
to corporate sponsors. So
This costs servitude instead.
yeah. It's a new form of like serfdom or something like that.
You
Job
immediately have to go
placement
work.
program.
You immediately have to go work for Acme Tech.
Yeah.
Oh no, not Amputech.
So
Anyone but them.
you show up. It's an all right campus. The buildings are all new. I mean, this isn't one of those historical campuses.
Ooh.
It's got fake grass all over the place, fake trees. You find off-campus parking probably, because you probably don't want to have your vehicle's information scanned for the on-campus parking garage.
Or don't.
Yep.
I agree.
You make it on the campus. The student union is the more central building. Like all student unions on a campus, it's just essentially a small shopping mall for students. It's got, a couple different stores inside, a slew of restaurants, as well as a handful of auditoriums and different spaces that different groups can read out. Getting in's no problem. There's no visible sign of campus security. It's open to the public, so you can just enter it in and no one's checking anything. There's clearly marked signs for the, main auditorium that Aaron the Scribe is going to be giving a speech at. There is on the pin board there a image of Aaron the Scribe. Of course, you would all have, I'd imagine, definitely Harlequin in your brief investigation would have looked up one of his previous publications, and in the About the Author section in the back, there would have been a picture of him, so you know what he looks like.
I'd probably already forgotten what he looked like and been like,
That's
oh
fair.
yeah, that guy.
Probably a black and white photo of him sitting like this with
Yeah.
a smart jacket on.
Sorry, my youngest is looking mischievous.
It's the
as
only
he
way
passes
authors can
through.
take pictures.
Like, man, leather patches on a tweed blazer? That's
Right?
bold. Bold, Professor. Bold.
I wish Jeff was watching. He would take umbrage at that.
Yeah. I guess I'll let Harlequin know. I'll trail him for safety while cloaked.
Yeah.
Well, one of us has to be looking out for me.
Okay. So I'm
Yeah.
presuming the five of you went persuaded
Just take
by...
a while to go through doors. I'll be behind you.
Okay. Just stick close.
Can I go with Harlequin? Can
I
just
was
go?
presuming that all of you were going with Harlequin at the promise that something entertaining is going to
Shit's
happen.
about to go down. I leave my shotgun, but I have my silver gun on me.
I will say the one catch is as you try to enter the auditorium, they are charging because there is a meal. I say meal. It's
Oh.
finger foods and drinks, which is probably
Hors d'oeuvres.
just basic
Not a lot
ass.
to
Taco
know.
Bell. Got it.
Yeah.
It's a veggie platter and
It's a bunch of just soy Taco Bell, because Taco Bell is the only fast food place that survived the corporate wars.
Oh God, soy Taco Bell.
oh,
I bet they started the corporate.
Probably.
strange enough, it's soy carrots
We'll all
and
be
soy
getting those
celery
3
too.
seashells by the end of this.
Yeah, we will. 3 seashells. Everyone's going to laugh if you don't know how to use them. For more reference, for those of you who don't get the jokes that Jake and I are making, go watch Demolition Man, starring Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes.
I do need to watch that.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty dang
Oh, and Sandra Bullock.
funky kind of movie.
I forgot about Sandra Bullock.
I didn't know she was in that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone. I don't want to spoil it in case you watch it. I'm not going to say anything.
I
else.
am gonna watch it.
Yeah, I won't say
It's a
anything.
rated
else.
R Austin Powers. It's awesome.
Just, it takes itself seriously.
Yes.
Or maybe it
Oh, we
shouldn't.
shouldn't.
Anyway. Did something happen? I looked away and I thought we lost someone. I just moved the mic and oh, Dan changed his background. That's what fucked me up. God damn it, Dan. I just saw something change out of the corner of my eye. Oh, look at that. It's even animated. That's fucking nice.
Wow.
But you're muted. You change your background.
Damn. I'm so good at Zoom.
Yeah.
I noticed earlier that I can add a video, and I was like,
Yeah.
I wonder what videos I can add.
Pointed at MP4s, yeah.
Yeah, so I did.
Nice. Anyway, yeah, they're charging. It's 40 a head.
Where's
Yeah,
my
I'll
blood?
pay for 40. Yeah.
Okay.
These people must think they're.
And yet again, I miss out on food.
You do.
What a sad day.
It is.
Well, that's okay. You can eat my food.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So-
stand awkwardly in front of you so you can eat.
Are they like collecting identification of you or anything as you go into this, or
No,
just your money?
one thing that definitely, I'm going to presume that this hasn't changed with higher education. Higher education is very vigilant about,
Not at.
yeah, like freedom of information and stuff like that. I mean, I work at a college and we have to have a certain number of computers that don't require logon or authentication to use.
Interesting.
Simply because they want it to be able for some people to use the computers who are worried about information being tracked or monitored or anything like that. So I would presume they're not going to be collecting IDs or anything like that to get in. They just want the 40 creds and you're in.
There's a sign-in sheet, but you have a suspicion you'll get a lot of spam if you put your name on it.
Yeah. Anyway, the
Assault.
auditorium's pretty full. The last quarter of the auditorium away from the stage still has some seating. Aaron the Scribe holds a decent attendance. He's known as a prolific scholar, and his writings on meta-humanity always draws a crowd, whether it's not people disagreeing with him or agreeing with him. One of his most controversial statements is that meta-humanity has existed long before the Awakening, where people started turning into, elves, dwarfs, trolls, halflings, and all of the other different varieties of meta-humanity. In fact, those of you who did any research, Aaron the Scribe himself proclaims to be centuries old. An ancient elf who's seen the rise and fall of kingdoms. Has been on good terms with with many different scholars throughout history. And a lot of people just don't believe him. Like, no, if you're an elf, you became an elf X number of years ago. But he's saying that elves have always existed, and that, just in smaller numbers and in hiding until the big awakening happened. And then, such a large portion of the population be changed that they didn't have to hide anymore.
Maybe here.
I do have a lore question. I don't know if I would know this.
Yeah.
But when the awakening happened and people became elves, were they aware that's what happened to them? What happened to their continuity of consciousness?
Yeah.
Did they just wake up and they were an elf,
elf,
or
Yeah, pretty much.
did they remember their life as a human before?
Yeah. I mean, it's
Okay.
like, Joe, you go to sleep tonight and tomorrow morning you wake up and you're a halfling. You'd probably be in excruciating pain as your body changed. But it would still be you
Okay.
who was born a human and then suddenly changed to an elf or a halfling.
in a smaller package now.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Condensed.
Okay.
Did he know Elrond or any of them?
I don't know if he would have known elf.
Was he there the day the courage of men failed?
No,
No.
no, but he went to community college with Merlin, so.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, so
cool.
Are there
Came along
microphones set up in the place? There might be a question and answer session after the thing,
No.
or okay. Because if so, I was going to get ready to like suplex somebody out of their chair and take it.
No, there's not.
Maybe it's just a raise your hand sort of thing at the end, and then you talk, nobody hears you, and it goes on for a little while.
Then I have to do like this, and then
It's the future, man. They probably got mini drones with microphones on them that fly up to the people asking questions.
I can just take control of one of them to make sure it goes to you.
That is a definite possibility. Okay, so
In the shindig.
yeah, you all get seated. You're all sitting together, kind of towards the back, because that's all the only space where you could really sit together, unless you all want to split up for some reason.
I feel like we should split up a little bit.
I'm being as close to Harlequin to see this shit go down.
Right?
I don't want to be that close to
Who
Harlequin.
wants to see that forearm bone come right across my throat?
I don't want anybody to know that I'm associated with them
All
because
right.
I have
It's
the
like
passcode.
it's an auditorium, right? So there's like rows on these seats. So I would be probably like at the edge of the row that Harlethak's in.
Okay, so
I wanna-
Harlethak setting on the end, so that way Rihanna can sit on the ground next to him. Grim is right next to Harlethak. Ced goes to the far side of the theater.
I'm coming in separate even.
Yeah, Hawk, what about
I'd
you?
be like watching. if
Oh, I'll
someone
just
goes
sit
through
with the
aisle.
group.
Okay. So we got 3 visible members together with an invisible Rihanna and Ced not associating.
If anything goes down, he can tackle me and scream citizen's arrest.
Yeah.
I'm prepared. I've had great success once already.
So
Crime fighter.
clock rolls around. Eventually, whatever person is responsible for in the on the campus, probably some student body representative comes up and gives a little introduction, tells why they're having Aaron the Scribe speak, and introduces Aaron the Scribe. Aaron the Scribe comes out, talks for maybe like 20 or 30 minutes, gives a almost droning presentation. He's a very flat, very almost serious sounding elf. Definitely comes across as someone who has very few fucks left to give. But he's talking about the social economics of meta-humanity, how life's changed, how culture views them, how different, essentially he refers to as almost like tribes are cropping up against diverse groups of people that had nothing in common before, but they're now consolidating. And there's a little bit of talk about there's a new nation spawning up in Africa that is a nation of ghouls.
Interesting.
So after his talk, he does come out, and the introductor comes back out, like, all right, Aaron the Scribe will be taking questions for 15 minutes. If you have a question, please just raise your hand and we'll have a microphone come to you. Please do not touch the microphone. After that, we're going to move into the main ballroom across the hallway where snacks will be sold, or not sold, but refreshments will be provided, and there will also be a book signing where you can get Aaron the Scribe to sign something. But please, no physical contact, no questions at that time. So yeah, he gives the speech. They're like, taking questions. If you have a question, please raise your hand. About 30 people put their hands in the air.
Oh, God, they had to do that. They're going to make me work. I figure I'll give it a second and just see if he gets picked or not.
Jake, I'm going to have you type in a custom command dice roll.
Oh boy.
First off, you're one of 30 people trying to ask a question. Pick a number for me between 1 and 30.
7.
Okay. Roll me a d30. And if it's a 7, the microphone comes to you. I'll tell you what.
Ooh.
I was going to say, I'll give you some wiggle room. 6 through 8, it comes to you. You're sitting so far back, and so many of the people who have questions are sitting really close. So as the clock's ticking on, it seems like it's missing you. Maybe you give a little side eye to Sed.
I'll look like I'm texting someone on my phone, as most everyone else is probably doing at this point in the question and answer group.
We'll go hacker man.
Give me a tech roll.
Let's see if we can borrow that drone.
No problem. You grab a drone. One's to grab it. Two is to make it, sneaky like so you don't get caught. And sure, as soon as the previous person finishes their question, one of these little microphone drones flies right up to Harlequin.
Hi. This question's, well, it is for Aaron. I'm kind of a fan of yours. I know that you got ties to, let me try and see if I can say this right. Shir Shayin Yurei. And I know that that's kind of like a more traditionalist sort of way, but you're kind of here in this place, and you do so much work. You publish so much through Sylvan information, and it's almost like you're kind of like a rebel, but you've also got like these traditional ties, like I don't know, like a George Washington or Geronimo. That's a good example. And I was just wondering, how does this sort of rebel attitude with like old world thinking manifest itself in your work? Do you like do math with an abacus, or do you like write all your manuscripts on paper or something? Yeah, that's all. Thanks.
I still like to adhere to the traditions of the past. I do, in fact, prefer to the tactile sense of a good quill on paper with ink, much to my publisher's agitation, rather than providing it digitally. Yes, I believe that answers the question, correct? When you've become as old as I am, you prefer to adhere to, things that are more comfortable and more personal than the tech-ridden world that we currently live in.
Yeah. Hey. Thank you very much for asking. I wanted to ask you that question a while back. I heard you were kind of in town, but you weren't in town. You were doing some other stuff, so then I had to pay more to kind of stick around Seattle for a while, and just thank you very much for giving this speech. It's very rare to meet someone of your caliber or to get a real interest into how they think. Looking forward to your next work.
Thank you. As the drone leaves and flies off to someone else who asks some other, just mundane question. The question and answer session wraps up, where everyone is then directed to the ballroom across the hall. Aaron the scribe is set up at the table. At the end, he has a stack of photographs, like old school photographs. You don't get these anymore. That he'll be signing and handing out to people. There's a concession row, finger foods, like I said. All of it's university provided, so it's subpar, along with, those standard jugs of like soy tea and water. Maybe a hot pot of soy cough.
Ugh.
Plenty of seating.
Soy tea.
Yeah, there's dividers and ropes kind of giving the line to get in for Aaron the scribe to sign something.
I'm just looking at hard like are we shooting them? What's going on right now? What's happening?
I was thinking Geronimo might be the key word, because I kind of put that forward in the call that I gave to some. Maybe they didn't pass it along to him. Damn it. And I get up and I go to the line. to have stuff signed?
Yeah, you're not too far back in the line. Maybe after 10 minutes or so, eventually you get up. Now, you can see as you get up, he does have his own personal security kind of flanking him a little bit. What are the rest of you doing while Harlequin is in line?
I'm behind Harlequin.
Okay.
Stand back a
Probably
little bit.
just
I'm doing my best to stay within like one movement of Harlequin.
Okay.
Gotta enjoy some light refreshments.
So, if you're standing off to the side, that's fine. There's a good chance you'll get bumped into. If you kind of wedge in between Grim and Harlequin, that'll at least give you a buffer. They'll both be expecting you versus, I don't know. Anyway, Harlequin, eventually it comes up to you. As you walk up, he's like, who should I make this out to?
Yo, mom. Yo, mom.
I'll check my fake.
Yeah,
check
it's
my
whatever
fake
name
send,
you want to tie to that fake send, Jake. I didn't know.
It's Crothu Borgen. Here, sign this, and I'll take my now data bombed pan, and I will slide him the pan with like his handwritten manuscript on it.
Ooh.
She.
Well, I wasn't expecting such a bold move. I'm
I
taking
did try
it.
to be a bit more subtle. My apologies.
Taking it that you must be one of the pawns. So tell me, are you alone here?
No.
That's fair. Once this is done, I'm gonna leave through that door. It heads to a small seating room. You and your friends wait for me there, and we can have a private conversation.
Hopefully, it will be productive with a lot less bruising than productive conversations usually have.
We'll see, but that's entirely up to you. Now, if you would please take this photograph and pretend that I signed it, and then move on.
Will do. Thanks a whole bunch, and I'll slip the pan back into my pocket. Hold up I'll fold the photograph in half because I don't know how these damn things work. So I'm just gonna split and then just stare at the finger foods for a while.
Since I'm behind him, I'm up next.
Yeah.
And I ask him to make it out to I don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. Rather blunt. Very well. I don't give a fuck. Kindly. Aaron the Scribe. Well,
that is going to sell so much on the net.
I'm going to take it that your friend was the talker of the group, and you're here to put some kind of pressure on me.
Nah, I was just in line, and I just want to be nice, but not be nice.
I understand. Well, I don't give a fuck. Your picture is signed. Please take it and enjoy the snacks.
Take that and put it in my pocket.
Hawk, were you getting in line?
Oh no, I was just standing back watching.
Okay.
Eating some finger soy ham and cheese sandwiches or whatever.
There you go. Some little triangles of soy club sandwiches.
Yeah. Soy witch.
30, 40 minutes later, eventually the line dies down. And you see Aaron the Scribe and his two escorts leave through the door that he indicated. He gives a scan of the room, and he picks out you, Harlequin, and he gives a little nod. And then he heads through the door.
Alrighty, I guess I'll shoot a glance to everybody else except for Rianu, who I can't really see. And then I will get into position to be Brutalized, hopefully.
We believe in you.
I assume I'm allowed to come with them, so.
He said the crew, so yeah.
No.
And there's no security here. So the 5 of you move in.
Oh, I don't want to go in the room.
Okay,
Sorry.
you can hang back. Hawk, are you going in?
Yeah, I'll go in.
Okay,
room's
so
my
everyone
favorite
but
movie.
Ced.
I just assume Sed's like, knock him dead, Harl, and just slaps a drone on my shoulders.
Honestly, I was going to suggest exactly that, as I'll just be planting a drone on you and I'll be moving along.
Okay, yeah, not a problem, Ced. You plant a drone on Harlthok. The 4 of you all move into this room. He's sitting on a standard university setting room chair. So it looks nice, but it's very uncomfortable. And you can kind of tell by the way he's fidgeting and moving around that it's not very comfortable. His security,
It's shaped in a way that you like can't tell how you're supposed to sit on it.
right?
Oh God.
His
One of those
security
chairs.
is loitering in the room. They seem rather unconcerned with you. 2 kind of burly looking humans. They don't seem to be armed, but they're wearing kind of heavier clothing, so they very well could be concealing something. You're not sure.
Yeah, they've got submachine guns, I'm sure of it. So I'm just gonna take that pan and I'm gonna set it on the ground, and I'll say, in there is an exact photocopy of every page of the manuscript, but it is password protected. I don't have the code on me beyond that first time I showed you. There is a data bomb on it. Try to mess with it, it'll go off.
Okay. What do you want?
Well, somebody was actually looking to steal this from you. Somebody very important, naturally. They paid me quite a bit to get it done. But in the process, a partner of mine and I discovered that somebody else had been set up to also do likewise. Now, I assume that this is some sort of play by the person who was pulling my strings at the time in order to make them take the fall for what I actually did. Malachi Morgan of Sylvan Information. And he had a lot of money in his safe, as well as the combination to the safe that had your manuscript in it.
Okay. Once again, you're here for a reason. You are confessing to stealing my manuscript from my publisher. You're saying they had a safe of money. I honestly could care less. It's
Well,
very...
the money is something that I could really use a lot of right now due to some dangerous shenanigans I've found myself in that I think may or may not be partially responsible for the theft of your manuscript to begin with. And I just want to make sure that I get out of the other side of it alive.
So, you want money,
Yeah, in a roundabout way, yeah.
and you want no threats to come from my direction.
Well, I was expecting threats to come from your direction.
Well, I mean, it's very odd that the pawns would present themselves in such a way. It's definitely not how the game should be played, but...
I'm a knight at best.
Well, yeah, that's
Who
the thing. The
hired
only way
you?
for a pawn to become somebody more important is to cross enemy lines. So, yeah, here I am.
Oh, very well. Who hired you?
That I'm afraid I cannot get into.
I'll tell you what. You come with pictures of my manuscript. Very well. Saves me the trouble of having to write it again from my notes. I am not as concerned about that as more so the who hired you. So he pulls out a cred stick and he plugs it into his phone, or his pan, and he hits some keys and he sets the cred stick on a table. I'll tell you what. On that stick is 100,000. I want 2 things from you in exchange for the money. Well, we'll call it 3. 1 is your pan and the password. 2, the name of your Johnson. And 3 is a promise that if that Johnson offers you any more jobs, you'll tell me about them. Still take the jobs, get your money. I won't interfere with that. I would just like to know.
Is the terminology of a Johnson known outside of the criminal underworld?
It means penis.
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows. Come on now.
I mean, it's rumors,
Duh.
right? I mean, only runners would really, but
That's what I was like. Him saying Johnson, right? Like, does that indicate that he does this type of work a lot, or does that just kind of common knowledge
he
that?
just
it could
may-
be common. I mean,
I
yeah.
mean,
He may use the service.
the
potentially.
fact that he's getting a threat kind of might give him an idea.
He is Cable. He knows. He's
Yeah.
He
He's
Anyway,
watches
seen,
Fox.
he's seen a dick before.
Which is good because he's got a private dick right in front of him. So,
So, what say you? Password for that pan, the name of your Johnson, and if you take any more jobs from them, just tell me about them.
Refresher.
very much prefer the money in Malachi Morgan's safe.
So this isn't enough. I have no control over that money. It has nothing to do with me. Is it not enough?
Quick refresher. Who's the guy we be schooling on?
Morlock.
Is that a normal guy?
He's not a Johnson.
He's the guy who
Oh, he
operated.
was a super rich guy.
Yeah.
He's the
At the
super
hotel.
rich guy who
He's the guy who
gave
gave us
you
coffee.
that job. And in that instance, he would be acting as a Johnson. A Johnson is
I kind
someone
of don't
who
like this
hires
because
runners.
he's the only person that's ever seen me.
True.
I'll tell you what. He picks the cred stick up and plugs it back into his pan, and he sets it down. 500,000.
All right.
No strings. I mean,
Well-
3 strings attached.
Right. And I'll look to everybody except for Rihanna.
Man said.
Hey, can we have a quick moment to talk amongst ourselves?
This, if you, the 4 of you,
Sportsman
need to
like
talk,
always.
you're welcome to.
Okay. How do I?
Sorry, did he just call out 4 of us?
I did.
Rihanna has been spotted.
Rihanna has been seen.
It's
Rihanna will
like,
remember this.
Listen, I don't blame
Like-
you for taking precautions. You didn't know what you were walking into, but
Mhm.
some of us, especially those of us who are as old as I am, can see many things all at once. And although you may master,
I'm gonna
your
go get
physical
some of
form-
those hors d'oeuvres then. Step into the other room and start eating.
Very well. So the 3 of you then, if you need to conference amongst yourselves, please do so.
All right. How
I
much?
got no attachments to this guy, so
I talked to everybody. I'm like, how much did you say again?
$500,000. We just got to tell him what JP Morlock sends us on for the rest
Oh,
of
okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't having a wet dream when he said that. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
cool with squealing on that other guy.
You'd hear my character like munching on something over the vocal mic. I'm like, that's the kind of money that people pay right before they kill us, by the way. So
That would be a lot of slushies. before we die.
he
a lot of
multiplied our payment by 5 pretty like haphazardly.
There's got to be
Yeah, but
something.
Rihanna,
Yeah.
you can handle that, right?
I mean, yeah,
If
but
he can't, I can.
Yeah, we do have 2 stone cold. 3. Oh my god. Grim, half the reason.
I guess I have for somebody.
Yeah. Triads don't mean shit. But yeah, sure, we'll take it.
Very good. Who's the name of your Johnson in this case?
Morlock, JP Morlock.
Very well, thank you. He slides you an actual paper business card. This says my contact
Expect nothing
information.
less from him.
If you get another job or jobs, just tell me what you're doing. Just give me a rundown. And here's your money.
Do you know this
Thank you very
person?
kindly.
You're not there.
I'd ask them. Well, I'd like come back in with like a pile of.
Oh, okay. A floating plate.
You know this person?
I am not familiar with Morlock. Just another pawn in the game, I'm presuming.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing too. I wouldn't have imagined that Malachi Morgan got that money in his safe before we got the job. So
I think you're connecting dots that aren't there on that. Whatever my publishing company has absolutely nothing to do with this.
what might have something to do? Like, if I might be
Why did he
curious. Yeah, I'm a layman here. Could you maybe give me some sort of a breakdown of what your thing is good for?
No,
Okay. Probably
no,
not.
that is against the rules of the game. You're not allowed to know about that.
I mean, I guess the 500k buys our silence too.
Or in this case, our squealing.
Yeah.
I guess
we
you
have
pay
to
us
be like
do the
alive to
expense.
tell you what we're doing. So
I mean,
we're gonna like be alive after this, right?
seeing as your position in all of this, I am bound to deal no harm.
I do have a question, and it's got nothing to do with business. Purely from a personal perspective. You know, I was kind of bullshitting, just talking out of my ass when I said that you were kind of a rebel, but with a traditional streak. Would that be too far off the mark of what you really are?
A rebel traditionalist with the rebel streak. I am a scholar. First and foremost, I have studied under the most prolific scholars of recorded history. I honestly, I would not consider myself a traditionalist or a rebel. I am an observer, a writer, and one who studies the path of meta-humanity throughout history.
That's good why he sounds so fucking tired.
Does
You said that so dryly and so straightforwardly. I absolutely believe you.
Yeah.
I hope we will have very pleasant communications in the future.
Hope so.
Thank you very kindly for your assistance in our.
Oh, one last thing. If this Morlock offers you any more jobs, do not decline them. Just
Right. That does.
Oh,
make
yeah.
sense.
do your job.
Can I insight
take
if
your
he
money.
recognizes that name?
Sure. Yeah, insight, last one on wits. Take your job, get your money. You're now much richer walking out of here. Yeah, honestly, you're getting the feel that he doesn't have any idea who Morlock is. He really doesn't seem
Okay.
concerned about it either.
Okay.
And just keep me updated on what you're doing for him.
All right then.
And I will only ask you what you're doing, and I will give you no hindrance in any of those tasks.
Well, thank you very kindly, Mr. Scribe.
Aaron's fine.
Aaron. Yeah.
You gave this
Uh,
business card to us on paper. Is this like something we shouldn't put in our pants, or?
I don't care. I just prefer the feel of paper.
You know, actually, where do you get these done? You know what? I'm sure I can find out. I won't bother you anymore. Sorry.
Very well.
Sorry for the whole weirdness and the thieving and the
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Well, please excuse yourselves. Quite weary
Yeah,
of
I've been
this conversation.
Drinking soy cough out there for the past half hour. I gotta pee anyway.
I did not need to know that, but now I do. So you should take care of that.
Question 2. I don't know if my character would know this. So when they see my aura, is that like a radar blip or is that like a detailed signature of who I am?
Are you asking him?
I'm asking if I would know that, and if I don't know that, I would ask him.
You wouldn't know that. Grim would know that, or he would know that.
I'd ask Grim then.
So Grim, astral space, just like meat space. I mean, everyone's an individual, and you can look at someone and you can tell who they are. The those without that are not magically inclined are they have much less presence in the astral space, but they're still there. But I mean, yeah, you can hop in astral, and if you're familiar with what Rihanna looks like in astral, then you can identify him easily.
Yeah, he has advanced astral. I can kind of make it out.
But
Oh, he's a
balls.
mage. Then.
oh well.
Oh, said if you could give me the code to the thing, that'd be good.
You're muted, Dan.
You muted.
Not supposed to use my name, man.
Oh, Billy.
It's too late now.
Billy.
It's a fake name anyways, but
You're
Yeah.
still not supposed to use it.
You give
It
him
costs
the
money.
name or the passcode. He pulls out a pen and a little
let him
like
know it only works once.
field notes, and he writes it down. Only
It
once.
only works once, so give that to somebody who's ready to put that on something else right away.
Not a problem. Anyway, I've grown tired of you. Please leave.
Yep.
How much money did you just make?
$50,000.
$500,000. I thought.
Million.
Yeah, 100,000 apiece.
Or a new deck per set.
Oh, I already have that money spent.
100,000. Yep, good.
And a new gun, some better eyes.
Better eyes.
Look with your special eyes.
I'm tired of
My
shooting
brand.
heads off. I want to take heads.
Don't understand why Morlock wanted him to destroy this manuscript at all.
And he wouldn't tell us either, so.
I will
I
say
mean,
that you all reconvene in the van so you can have this conversation
Yeah.
face to face.
Honestly, when Morlock got the manuscript, he didn't seem concerned with it either. Didn't he get it and just
Yeah, he just threw it in
He
the
passed
fire.
it up to his guy further. Yeah.
I feel like these guys don't like each other.
I feel like they're just having like an old school pissing match.
But
Yeah,
they don't know
whoever
who each
Morlock
other
is
are.
working
Like,
for.
An indirect pissing match.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Morlock is the guy who hired us, but he's not like he's taking his orders from somebody else. It's how the whole Johnson thing works.
Yeah,
My
maybe there's
Johnson
somebody
works.
above him that knows this guy.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Somebody wants to know.
I mean,
Yeah.
isn't he ridiculously wealthy, Morlock? Or we assume?
He has real coffee.
Yeah, he
He
had
has
real coffee.
and the 15th floor of an entire hotel. All to
he
himself.
gave us real coffee for free.
Yeah, it's real coffee.
And pastries.
Is the answer to that?
Pastries with real fruit filling.
Yeah, I do remember that.
The hotel he was staying at had continental breakfast.
A real
That's right, I remember that.
It's like you were in Paris.
An entire continent.
For breakfast.
I
He
ate
had
that.
no group but to stay.
Ate it with a spoon.
Okay.
So anyway,
watch that.
So I guess this is the point where I now say my vague idea kind of paid off. So Hooray.
It really did.
Hopefully my mental state clears up a bit, but I'm willing to split all this with you, naturally. And you can
Why do you
it
need
as
so
will.
much money? Like,
Yeah, see, that's the part where I want to get into things. Either I suggest skipping Seattle altogether, in which case this money will be very helpful for that. Or what I would like to do is I'd like to somehow get to the leader of the Halloweeners, grab him by the ankle, shake him upside down, and see whose pocket change falls out.
I'm down with that last one.
I don't know.
I'm really good at getting people's ankles.
Yeah. But I still want to blow some shit up because we have explosives and those have to go off at some point.
Yeah.
Bro, it's the law.
So yeah, Hawk, you're willing to skip out because you weren't even here for the beginning of that, or if you just want to shoot more gangsters.
Oh, I totally want to shoot more gangsters.
Okay, good, because I might be pissing some off in the nearish future.
Wild card.
Set is in the wrong campaign.
So it's like, so how much does it take to leave Seattle exactly?
How far is that mega church from where we're at?
Not too far.
It's another day though, right?
You've got an entire another
Yes.
day. I will say it's maybe like
wanted to
2
scope.
p.m. at this point.
Yeah, I wanted to scope the place out and just get as much information on it before we go in. Yeah.
Yeah, you all drive over there, find a place to park. I mean, you can park close enough. You can kind of look at it from the van, or you can go out and inspect closer if you want. This very large, it almost looks like an earthen lodge with these other lodges kind of connected to it. Completely, I don't want to say overgrown, but very manicured, overgrown. So like it's got like active plants, like looks like grass. Who knows if it's real or not, growing entirely over it. Large front doors, looks like it's kind of like logs, like raw logs set up as like this big double door. It's got a little sign out front that gives the name of it. Kind of looking around it, if you do a take around the block, it's got a couple entrances here and there, but the main one's at the front.
Okay. But it's like mainly one like big building.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any visible HVAC units
No.
around the sides or anything?
No visible security.
No visible
Cameras,
security either.
whatever.
Got like a drone with a scanner. If I run it, it doesn't pick anything up that's not visible security.
What does your scanner look for?
Let me double check because I think it's just an electronic scanner, mind you, not a.
No,
Not
it's not
astral.
really picking anything up.
And
I mean, this
Our
thing
astral
looks
projector
like it's out of like
check.
the Great Plains from like the 1700s.
Oh wow. Okay.
So if we wanted to break in, we could just literally grab a wood panel and rip it off.
That's the thing. You don't see any wood panels. Like I said, these are the big lodges that are completely covered. Like, think almost like big ass hobbit homes where like
Oh,
Big earthen mound.
giant pointed
okay.
earthen mounds interconnected.
Hmm.
Like
Grim,
an
you mind
underground hobbit
popping out of your
village.
own skull and taking a quick glance at that. Not like inside, it could kill you, but just
What? Okay, say that exactly.
the ghost thing that you do.
Use your.
No, where do you want me to go?
No, just take a look at this.
They
What
want
do
you
you
to
say?
scout it out astrally, the exterior.
I can do that.
I'll say you slip astral. That's not a problem. The rest of you all see Grim's body go limp in the back of the
Oh,
van.
I mean, we'll probably kind of keep them hidden.
Yeah. Grim, you
Are there-
pop out of the van. What's up, Joe?
I was gonna say, like, could we find blueprints of this place or anything like that on public records?
Someone wants to give me a tech roll.
Imagine if it's a church, it probably isn't too like hidden. Probably got funded by a lot of people.
Said you can look up public planning works. Yeah, it's a very large structure, but it's actually just one story in the traditional sense. There's no basement to it. There's no additional floors. It's just these giant open interior spaces.
There you have it.
Interesting.
So, Grim, you pop out. Immediately, you see a lot of things just right off the bat as you go astral. First thing that you're noticing is that it must be legit, actual, like grass. Living material, especially plant life, is a very effective barrier to astral. So you're not able to see in. If you wanted to enter this place astrally, you probably wouldn't be able to. The other thing you see is, although Sed's not picking up any kind of electronic security measures, you see floating around what's referred to as hearth spirits. Think like just basic guardian spirits. Plant elementals like dryads. There's a handful of them meandering around the grounds. They seem to be very relaxed, peaceful. You can see them, or like some of them are even like walking over, because you could walk up to this thing and you could walk right up to the peak. And there's some of them on this. You see maybe right off the bat 4 or 5 of them. So although they don't have any meat space security, there's plenty of astral, magical kind of security going on.
That's what it sounds like. Is we need to like go and kill some grass.
Grim's not in a space to answer that, but just to pre-answer that, Grim, you know enough about all of this that killing all of the grass, or a very large portion of it, would be enough to, if not get rid of these hearth spirits, at least weaken them significantly.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump back to my body.
But yeah, the big takeaway is that you've got no good way to get in astrally. So to get this job done, you're definitely feeling that a little B&E is going to be required.
Do hearth spirits only protect against astral things?
The more powerful ones have the ability to kind of bridge that gap with like the pure energy spells. Like Fireball won't cut it, but like Stun and Knockout, anything dealing with harvesting the pure energy of the astral realm, has potential to inflict real world damage.
Interesting. Okay.
Is this church like open to the public?
It has the sign out front that has, service, whatever day of the week at this time to this time. And there's multiple listings for that. Seems to be. Yeah. You will definitely get the point that this is a segregated church in that sense. Yes, it is a church for the people who are following the more elven religions.
That's fair. Okay, so I can get back, inform everybody.
I'm not good with this spiritual stuff. I can't hack it.
Yeah, neither can I.
So sounds like we get you inside safely.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, either we gotta get you inside or we gotta destroy the outside somehow and have it not be obvious.
Be tough.
How hard would it be? So, okay, how much of the ground, how much of this grass needs to be removed for you to get in? Like, if we made like a hole in the grass like that, would you be able to pop in, or is it like more?
Like
Is
if
it
we
not that
just
granular?
laid down a blanket with a bunch of chemicals underneath it and laid out on their
I
grass
was
for a
thinking if
little
we
while
like,
during the day.
if we went and bought some AstroTurf that was plastic and like,
Oh, that'd work possibly also.
If you could get a good, now Grim, you would know this, a good 15-foot hole or so, like circular hole, that should be enough for you to slip through.
What time is it right now?
It's like 2 p.m.
Is the church open?
Yeah. I mean, you would presume so. I don't know. You can go see if you can get in.
Yeah. Anybody want to see if they can go in?
What if I gave you my crazy idea here? Combine a little bit of this stuff. Something that kills the grass on the bottom of a cut piece of AstroTurf that's underneath a blanket. You roll the whole thing out. You have like a picnic. You pick your blanket up and leave the AstroTurf behind, and the grass dies underneath it.
I like it. But then I'm just thinking right now, I really could go for a picnic.
That's so nice.
We do have
Cheese.
picnic money.
We do have picnic money.
We got picnic money.
Grim, you had a thought there too. So you hear Sed's
Yeah,
playing.
go for it.
Grim, what was your thought?
I just wanted us to scout inside, see if there's an easy way for us to straight up break in that we can find.
It's an elven church, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said I'll go in. I'm an elf.
Yeah, we do have 2 elves in the party right now.
Not necessarily a religious elf, but I can pretend to be.
Yeah,
I don't feel like killing people in there right now, so I'm not going to go in. I feel like these people are going to see me no matter what.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I say at least you two go in, scope it out, see if you can find anything, easy way to break in, and just scout the bad boy out real quick. Scout it out. See what you can do.
see if you can find the flyer for the ritual. Don't forget, ritual and potluck tomorrow night.
Something behind
Is the Kool-Aid provided, or do we need to bring some?
How many
Kool-Aid's
humans
provided.
will we
The extra
sacrifice?
ingredients are you got to provide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Hawk, you going in? Sed, are you going with him?
Well, I don't want to, but I guess I will.
All right, Sed and
Take
Hawk.
a drone. I'll keep an eye on your doohickey.
Figure no one should go alone.
Okay. Yeah. So Sed, you could give Harlethok access so he can monitor your drone.
Sure.
Through his
that way
van.
they can. That way they can still see in the van.
See in here, yeah. Yeah. Hawk and Sed, the two of you walk up at these giant wooden doors. Like I said, just like log style. Like think of like an old like Civil War fort where it's just these big vertical logs that are cut into like this door. As you walk up to them, the two of you get within a handful of feet. You're getting ready to like reach your hands out and push open the doors, and the doors just swing open for you.
Oh, that's fancy.
As you step inside, you see this big, giant open space, the central, I don't know what I called it earlier. This giant open space. You can see that it's tiered wooden flooring going down to a central pit with a pulpit in it. And along these tiers around the outside, it's a circular shape. There's all these pews essentially kind of made out of these tiers. You can see there's fires burning throughout of it. No sign of anything electrical.
Just
But as you kind of look up, I mean, this thing, it's way up there. You could see that these smokes accumulating kind of up above. but it's so high up that the smoke level's maintaining well above your area. So just looking up, you can see all the smoke from the torches and the fire. Very, like I said, 1700s, very, very in tune with like nature and shit. As you make your way in, you see an elf dressed in the current, outfittings of like the Celestine. I don't know how to pronounce that, but like over in the indigenous American controlled areas where the elf population has really flourished and become one with nature. Very, I don't know, indigenous kind of dressings. Greetings, brothers. The two of you, look quite at one with the silicone world. Are you wishing to learn more or join our congregation?
I mean,
Well-
I'm not, I've kept the silicon out of my body, but perhaps not out of my spirit.
That is quite good. Our bodies are our temples and tie us to the greater existence at large. And any invasions into our flesh can be a hindrance to that.
So, I mean, kind of interested in divesting from the technology a little bit.
Quite wonderful, quite wonderful. If you would follow me, and she kind of signals to, kind of in the cardinal directions, you can see these big earthen tunnels going to the smaller mounds that you would have seen outside. And she takes you to one where there's like some tables and stuff set up. Once again, carved from wood, fitted with wood, all like very intricate dovetail joints and shit. Like very natural, rustic kind of vibe. And she sets you down and she kind of gives you the whole layout of their whole thing. It's, very one with nature, it really vibes kind of close from some of the information that Harlequin might have shared on Aaron the Scribe. It's that elves have been around forever. Immortal beings that have always been more of nature than of, humankind in their mechanizations. Being one with the spirits of nature, very druidic shaman style teachings. And they
kind of like sprinkle that out a little bit as a little bit of extra, we saw her in the scribe earlier today, and that's kind of what had us thinking about coming here.
Yes, we're quite familiar with Aaron the Scribe, not necessarily agreeing with all of his teachings, but that's neither here nor there. The important part is that you're here now. Congregations are, these days, those days, they give you the rundown of the schedule. We actually have a special, I don't know if you're familiar with all of the true elven holidays, but they lay out whatever holiday is happening tomorrow.
Is it in my Google calendar?
It's not. No, it's not. This is like very purist elven style. Anyway, yeah, we have this.
My eyes have been blinded.
Yeah.
They give you a tablet, but it's not the one that comes with a screen.
Yeah.
Stone tablet.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, anyway, we have this, celebration happening tomorrow night. The festivities begin at 7. We should be wrapping up at around 11.
Could we trouble you for just a quick walkthrough of the interior of this place? The woodwork is
Yes, it is our little slice of heaven that we've managed to carve out of the stone and steel of downtown Seattle. I would be happy
I don't know that
to.
I've ever seen so much nature in my entire life.
It's quite beautiful, isn't it? It's wonderful. Both of you give me an observation test as she takes you through this. I mean, like a full tour, like everything's kind of open. Kane?
While that's happening, I
Oh
want
gosh,
to
I
ask.
can't push it.
There we go.
While that's happening, I want to ask Grim if you would know that, like, there's that barrier, right? Where, does that mean that anyone inside wouldn't be able to leave astrally?
I believe so.
You know the answer is a yes there, Grim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blanket with AstroTurf. I just want to reiterate that plan.
So,
Yeah.
Sed and Hawk, as you're making your way through this place, you pick out some extra exits. I mean, even though it's very, very rustic and they still have basic code they
compliance.
have to adhere to. So there's emergency exits, so many feet here and there. There's clear signage. It's very impressive, though. The signage isn't electrical, like the exit signs in an arrow. It's almost like it's magically illuminated.
I may even just be like, how do you do this, and how do those doors open? Because
Oh yeah, she gives a full rundown of like they're very magically inclined here at one with nature. It's very druidic and shamanistic in how they do things. So yeah, like she'll come out like, oh yes, it's this simple spell that we've placed on this.
I could swear like that was only possible with the power of technology.
Oh no. Technology is a tool that can be manipulated, but the true path forward into enlightenment and the true empowerment of elven kind is through nature and our arcane capabilities. Unlike any other type of meta humanity, elves are truly in balance with the arcane, and as long as they walk the true path, they have. I mean, the only other creatures that could rival our ability would be, the dragons.
Are you saying I could do
dragons?
magic?
I mean, with training and effort and time, yes, absolutely. And to answer that, Tyler, just in world lore, yeah, dragons exist.
Oh. Okay.
Hyper intelligent creatures.
We may or may not have done work for one.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, isn't it? I'm gonna shut up.
Okay.
I think that knowledge is a little bit on the meta side, so it's probably not fair. But
Yeah, I was gonna say some other stuff, so I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, like one of them at one point was president of America.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just regular Shadowrun lore. Dragon becomes president of America.
Okay.
for fun.
Sure,
Hang on
why
just
not?
a second.
I'm gonna yawn.
Oh shit. Well, we're
I
just
see that.
about at time. So the one last thing is Hawk. You pull out that extra success. So the one thing that stands out to you in particular that doesn't really match the decor is kind of hidden in the dark corners and cubbies are these statues of these very scary looking creatures, winged, clawed, fanged statues, just kind of, you know, distributed throughout. Like I said, dark corners, niches, cubbies, you know, place very inconspicuous. In fact, so much so that Sed doesn't even notice them. But you know, you've
I'm
got
too
your,
amazed by the not technology
Yeah.
things.
that's the other
If
thing
I
you
ask
see.
about them, will she answer?
You certainly can ask, and we'll see what she
I'm gonna
says.
ask.
So how do you ask? What do you say?
I'm gonna say I noticed some especially unique statues here in some of these dark corners. What's the story there?
Yes, one of our older members is an artist, a stonemason of sorts, a sculptor, and he regularly makes and donates these. I mean, I hate to be blunt about it. They don't really fit the decor, do they?
What are
so-
they meant to depict?
Ancient guardian spirits of the natural world. Go ahead
sounds
and
kinda
give
cool.
me an insight test there. Hawk.
Yeah, that's
Can both of us give that, or just one of us?
Once Hawk calls it out and asks about it, yeah, you both can give me an insight test on that.
I'm not good at insight. I'll push it though.
Oh, I'm apparently not either today.
Could I roll for it since I'm kind of monitoring it?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, no, I can't figure it out.
Yeah, right? Ooh. Yeah.
Definitely you're listening in, you're watching through the drone. It's got a really weak signal, all of this earth and wood and grass. Oh shit, Captain,
Oh,
that's
500
fantastic.
bits do for us.
That
We
is
want
a
real.
banked reroll, so whoever's recording that, go ahead and throw that in the sheet. Captain, you are a gentleman
so
and a
much.
scholar. Thank you for that.
The captain wants to know if we don't.
Luckily, we don't need those right now, so we can save those for a future need. But still, thank you, Captain.
We may need it for killing one of these things in the
She
future.
definitely, she's not being forthright. I mean, she's given
True.
this story. Oh, they're just some statues. Just, we put them in the corners because they don't match the decor. So you key in Harlequin that there's definitely something going on with these. She's not telling the truth. Grim, you're the most knowledgeable in arcane shit, so go ahead and just give me a lore test. Rum and Diet Coke.
I just want to know if I need to be physically worried about those things. If they like animate or
Grim
something.
could illuminate you that yes, those things are magical guardians known as gargoyles.
Oh,
That can animate in defense of a location.
okay.
So we need sledgehammers.
Or
So-
hunchbacks.
That would be an option, yeah.
Well, we don't want to befriend them. Or do we? Let's get JP Morlock in here. He'll
Now,
help us
now,
befriend
Grim,
them.
I would throw this out to you definitely that gargoyles are bound to a space, to a location, to a thing that they have to protect. So you would know that as long as you're not on or in the space they're designated to protect, then you're fine. But if you're in the space you're designed to protect and you pose a threat, someone could animate those. And they would probably tear all of you to shreds.
Yeah, I don't
But
want
if we pull them out, would they then be rendered inert?
If you could manage to take all of these statues and drag them outside of their, operation zone,
I don't know
theoretically,
how-
I
yeah.
imagine they're not light.
No, these are giant, like
They're not.
8-foot statues.
Yeah.
Stone
God.
statues.
They'll weigh probably tons.
Anyway, so the two of you finish up your tour. You reconvene the van. It's 3:00. And we are at time. So we will pick this up next Friday for more Shadowrun.
While I'm thinking about it,
Yes.
to get it said, can we take that blueprint that we found and like pin out where we saw gargoyles at on it?
Give me an observation test. And this Hawk, you and Hawk can both make this.
Okay. No.
All right.
Kane's got it, so... Oh, you both fucking... Not a problem.
Wait, observation, right? You said?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh shoot, I would have had actually more dice, but that's fine.
Oh, shit. I was going to say, you rolled marksman, but if you would have had more dice, we'll keep your 4 altogether. Yeah, you can go through and you can pin where you saw those gargoyles. Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of aim the drone that way too, you know, just make sure get good.
That's how I would have had more dice.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. I would say Harlequin watching through the drone, it's kind of hard to get your bearings every now and then, so that's why I didn't call for you to make that roll too. But between Hawk and Zed, the two of you, yeah, you can flag down. There's 8 gargoyles altogether.
That's frightening.
Ooh, okay.
Hooray! But not.
So the hardware store, get us some sledgehammers.
Operation Kill the Grass. Don't go inside.
Operation Xanatos to follow thereafter.
Are gargoyles only physical protection?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they have but they do have only spiritual protection already. So it's gonna be fun.
After just picking up a $500,000 paycheck, I almost feel like $20,000 isn't enough now.
What's the holiday that they were telling you about? Like, what is the...
Some obscure elven holiday.
It doesn't translate well into English, unfortunately.
Yeah, very much
Common.
that. And like even Hawk and Set, you two wouldn't have heard about it.
City slickers like you.
Can we research that day and see if anything pops up?
Next session.
Do that.
Okay. All right. Let's do our end of session questions. And then we'll pick this up in a week. So, did you participate? If you did, you get a point.
Right.
Have you learned anything? I think there's a lot of information that was conveyed this session. So go ahead and take it.
Gonna take the hell out of that 1 point of experience.
There you go. Did you make a new contact that'd be willing to help you in the future?
I mean, I don't know how willing you'd be to help us, but
I don't think so.
Aaron the scribe did.
He helps you now, but would he help you in the future? I don't
Well, I'm saying
necessarily.
I'm saying that we're his contact.
Yeah, you became his experience point.
Chemical guy.
oh,
Sure.
that's
Yeah. Okay.
true.
Yeah.
That's fair. He might be useful for more than one of us.
Yeah.
Like killing grass
Yeah.
later.
Mm-hmm.
got his
Uh,
We'll be
information.
contacting him next session.
All right.
to get a job done.
my teenager let my dog out and then went to go take a shower. I need to go let him in because it's cold as balls out right now.
Yep.
So the 5 of you be entertaining for just a couple of minutes.
Oh no, the pressure
all right.
is so high.
Yeah, and I will be back just momentarily.
Oh boy.
I have
Yay.
a cat.
Gosh.
Cats are entertaining.
Cats are.
Absolutely.
Where are mine at?
Nope.
They have all abandoned me.
Being
Aw.
very annoying right
As
now.
they always will.
God, you're so right.
True. Cats are the devil.
They're great, but they're also terrible.
Nah,
Yeah.
they're just
These-
humans.
These are the facts.
I have a small dog which is like a cat.
Cats are the first gargoyles.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's why
that's
the-
kind of what cats are used for on ships. They
But
are
the
considered
Egyptians-
lucky charms.
Worship
Carrying
them
away
for.
mermaids and stuff. Yeah.
They're mouse gargoyles, and by
I
that I
know.
mean they protect the places from the Mises.
Yeah.
The one
Neeson.
mice eating your hardtack.
The happiest I've ever seen my cat is when they were murdering a mouse. That
Okay, I'm back. All right.
You didn't even let us carry for 5 whole minutes. It must have been terrible.
No, he wanted to come in. He was barking at the back door going, "Hey, you
Aw.
asshole, it's fucking cold. Let me in."
3 degrees.
yeah.
It's 18, but still, it's not good.
I mean,
It's about the same difference.
Yeah.
it's like 60 in my house, so
Anyway, did you get into something / somewhere without permission?
I give that yes.
Not really, but
Rihanna did. He didn't pay to get in.
He didn't pay to get it.
Rihanna can take the point for that. The
Yeah.
rest of you
Yeah.
paid to get in
Yeah.
and were invited in. So,
Yeah.
all right. Did you make money?
Take that.
Fuck yeah.
absolutely.
You made a
Yeah.
shitload of money. Everyone take 2 XP for this.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
We made heckin' money.
Nice.
Heckin' money.
/ 1 deck. Money.
Yeah. I mean, cyber decks are mad expensive.
Get a cheaper deck, man. Come on.
No.
Did you use one of your contacts to help help further the completion of a job?
Not today.
No.
I mean, we used what's his face to get us new license plates.
Yeah,
Well,
but
he's
was
my
that tied
contact.
to a job?
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, no.
Did you risk yourself or sacrifice something to get a job done? I'm willing to hear arguments on this.
You sacrifice maybe. Well, no, we're still gonna.
Like confronting, and we kind of gave this. I don't know if we got paid a lot for whatever we did tonight, and I don't know if we would consider that a job. But that was
I don't
definitely
know that
a risk.
anybody risked anything necessarily.
I don't know. Stealing
here's
the
the-
manuscript and showing up in person, being like, "Hey,
That was like,
I feel
Well-
like we risked by getting in the middle of those 2 guys.
Yeah, showing up
Yeah.
and just throwing out Harlequin, I'm involved with this. That was a risk. Like Harlequin, you were
It was
walking
a risk,
into
but
this.
it wasn't in the completion of a job, though.
That is
It's
true.
true, there was
to
no
get a
job
job
related.
done. No, so that's no.
That was purely capitalism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Did anyone perform an extraordinary act of some kind?
Not really this week.
I bribed a major figure in Shadowrun lore. Or no, I got a major figure in Shadowrun lore to bribe me.
So that's not an XP question.
a reputation question.
That's a reputation question. So everyone go ahead and increase your reputation specifically because of what Harlequin did. Did you survive an encounter with a powerful organization? I'm going to need to change that organization or individual. Because yes, you survived an encounter with Aaron the Scribe, who would be considered quite powerful. So take a reputation point for that.
Way to not take the first offer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll pick up in a week. Everyone's back in the van. It's middle of the day. You've got, a little over 24 hours to figure out how you're going to get Grim inside so Grim can fuck up this ritual.
Yep.
Yeah.
Operation Picnic.
Operation Picnic. Sure. Nice. So
Look
let's
out
go
for
over.
gargoyles.
Yeah.
They'll eat your sandwiches.
There you go. We'll go over what we got happening this week.
Sandwiches.
Saturday night, 9 p.m. here on Defenders. You can catch Jake and I, along with Ashley and Jeff from the Lollygaggers, playing some Darkest House. Steven's running that, so it's a lot of spooky, creepy fun. Check that out. Sunday night, Jake and I will be over on twitch.tv/SteamSteelMurder. I'll put the link in chat. As Bert runs us through some Shadowrun using the Tech Noir rules. Monday night is UVG, if I remember correctly, over on the Lollygaggers. And you can catch Dan, Joe, and myself over there playing some UVG. Jake, you're not in that,
Are we
are you?
playing?
No.
No?
Is it UVG or are we doing the?
We're still in
think this is-
UVG.
We're still wrapping UVG up.
We got another session or two of UVG, and then we'll be kicking over into Holler, which is a Suede-based system that just was put out via Kickstarter last year. Wednesday, we will be back on Wednesday for some more Thunder Rift Forbidden Lands. Jake, Dan, and I are in that. Thursday night, we'll be back for some more Watercolors and Warriors. We're actually doing the Curse of Strahd. So catch the gals playing that. All of these fools have played Curse of Strahd using Zweihander, so we'll see how differently it goes. You know, you all are a bunch of fucking murder hobos. And the lovely ladies from Watercolors and Warriors are not. They're just a bunch of fucking perverts. So it's a very different dynamic so far. And yeah, next Friday we'll be back here for some more Shadowrun. Anyone got anything else they want to throw out there? No?
I think we're good.
No. Yes. No.
Okay. Come back
Hey, Elden
tomorrow
Ring.
night.
It's good.
Joe says play Elden Ring, but Dan and I have been playing the fuck out of Diablo 3.
Damn, it's been kind of nice.
If you want to play Diablo 3 with us, join our fucking Discord and ping us, because we play all the fucking time. Well, not all the time. We play
A lot.
semi-regularly, yeah.
Or just send Joe all your dank Elden memes.
Yeah,
That-
or
Elden meme.
Elden memes.
That's right.
I should rename the meme dump to Elden memes.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Yeah, let me get us set up on the screen and we'll fucking peace the fuck out. Anyway, thanks everyone for hanging out, watching, enjoying these fools risk themselves for money. You know, fucking capitalism and shit. And until we see you next time, start fires, do drugs, and blackmail ancient elves at public institutes. Deuces.